Suprabhatam, Suswagatam. Bhakti Yoga. One of the four main streams of yoga. Jnana Yoga, Raja Yoga, Karma Yoga, Bhakti Yoga. Jnana Yoga deals with the intellect. Use the power of analysis and discrimination to go to the very source from where the power of discrimination emerges. Raja Yoga is the path of willpower. The name given to Patanjali Yoga by Swami Vivekananda. It uses the willpower that we have to focus the mind, to defocus the mind, expand the mind, and merge with the source from where all thoughts emerge. Bhakti Yoga is the path of emotions. How to purify our emotions. How to go to the greater and greater, subtler and subtler layers of emotions. And go to the source of emotions from where all emotions emerge. Karma Yoga is the path of action. How we can convert every action we do into a yoga. It looks impossible. How can even sitting, walking, drinking, eating, urinating, excreting can be yoga? Looks impossible. But Sri Krishna says, yes, it is possible. In the beautiful verse, Pashyan Shanpan Sprashan Digran Ashnan Gachan Swapan Shasan Pralapan Visrujan Grunhan Unmishan Nimishan Ravi Indriyan Indriyatheshu Vartanta Yudharayan. He says, seeing, hearing, walking, tasting, eating, drinking, urinating, excreting, even the winking of the eyes can all become yoga. What is that secret? To convert every action into yoga, that is the secret of Karma Yoga. And today, we go into the Bhakti Yoga, the path of Bhakti, the science of emotions. In the 18 verses that we chanted today, we show that even Bhakti Yoga can independently lead to the ultimate goal, the moksha. All pass lead to the same goal, moksha. What is that moksha? Absolute freedom. Total freedom. Freedom from what? Freedom from all tensions and stressors and diseases. Freedom from all the bondages. What are the bondages? Bondage of the mind. What is it? Since you get up in the morning, you sleep, you go on thinking and thinking and thinking. This is not a big bondage. Bondage of the emotions. We are tossed up and down in emotional upsurges. Bondage of the intellect, wrong knowledge, distorted knowledge, and wrong knowledge, and no knowledge. And finally, the bondage of the body itself. You have to feed the body, maintain the body. Can you overcome all these bondages? Yes. That is called moksha. And therefore, our ancient seers, I call them the most ambitious people. They were not happy if they become millionaires or billionaires or trillionaires. They are not happy if they become the prime minister or the president or the emperor of the whole world. This is trivial. We want infinite bliss, infinite knowledge, infinite power, infinite freedom. Yes, that is moksha. And the Yoga Shastra and the Upanishads claim that is our original state. Patanjali called it Kaivalya. Bhagavad Gita calls dimension of moksha. Nirvana, Brahma Nirvana, probably Buddha called. And the beauty of that is, it is the original state of all of us. It is the self of all of us. I call it that as our real home. The real home is so infinite happy, infinite bliss, infinite knowledge, power and freedom. So how to move towards this ultimate reality? How to manifest that reality? Through the path of emotions. is the secret of Bhakti Yoga. Many people have wrong notions, as we have wrong notions about yoga itself. People think yoga means only asanas. Asanas form a very small part of the entire dimension of Ashtanga Yoga. Then we have the advanced yoga and the ultimate one, the Kaivalya of the Raj Yoga. And Raj Yoga is one part of the four main streams. So asanas form a very small part of the entire gamut of yoga. Similarly, people have wrong notions about bhakti. They think unless you have total faith in the god or goddesses, you cannot be a bhakta. Unless you go to a temple, you cannot be a bhakta. And you must devote yourself to the pujas, havans, homas and all these things. Otherwise you cannot be a bhakta. When you study the Bhagavad Gita, the 12th chapter of Bhakti Yoga, you don't get this thing at all. It's a pure science in the sense as to how you can purify your emotions, how to move from the gross emotions to the subtler and the causal emotion. Therefore, the science of emotion culture, I call. And this is the most needed thing in our modern education system. Unfortunately, we are never taught as to how to control our emotions, how to gain mastery over the emotions. We have been taught as to how to sharpen our intellect, how to gain mastery over intellect. Sharper mind, quicker mind, faster mind, dynamic mind, full of energy, but no component. What the result? We suffer from various problems of emotion, depression, suicide. They started increasing. Young people committing suicide. And large number of people getting into depression. In a very wonderful, multi-ethnic, wonderful society, Australia. How many people suffering from depression? 35% of the teenagers. When the people should be bubbling with joy, energy, dynamism, what is happening? They all become zombies, depressed. Why? Because in our education system we have not taught as to how to gain emotions, how to gain mastery over the emotions. That's what Bhakti Yoga teaches us. The 18 verses we chanted have been divided into 8 phases. Introduction to Bhakti Yoga, how to move from the gross to the subtle. Karma to prema, kama to prema, prema to bhakti. How to gain the realization of God, Savana Sakshatkara. How to go to the Nirguna Sakshatkara. And what is meant by Parabhakti. And the verse 16 tells us as to what happens when a great bhakta dies. How does it die? Where will he reach? 17 and 18 verses. Moksha again. So this gives us the schematic. The whole spectrum of Bhakti Yoga has been put forth in the form of this sketch. So how to begin the journey? Krishna says, recognize your weaknesses and strengths, the bad qualities and the good qualities, the Asuri Sampat and Daivi Sampat. Every one of us have got good and the bad. Every one of us have the Rakshasa Sampat and the Daivi Sampat. You have to recognize that first, he says. How much of Asuri Sampat I have, how much of Daivi Sampat I have. What are those Asuri Sampat? The bad ones called the enemies of man, Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moha, Mada, Matsaya. 6 enemies of man. Anger, greed, jealousy, hatred, infatuation, arrogance. How much of that I am having? How much of good qualities I have? Serving others, giving others, and magnanimity, and peace, harmony, love, pure love, giving, sharing. How much of those good qualities we have? So recognition is half the solution. In the management system we say it as SWOT analysis, strength and weakness analysis. That's what you have to start out. So then Krishna asks, why do you say this Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moha are bad? What is the definition of good and bad? He takes us. He says, Daivi Sampat Vimokshaya, Vibandhaya Asurimata. All those qualities which makes you move towards more and more freedom. It takes you to your Swarupa. makes you day by day happier and happier, healthier and healthier, and brings in more and more bliss, knowledge and power. Such qualities are called the good ones, they are called the godly ones, they are called the virtues, positive emotions. Daivi sampat vimoksha, that which makes you free. Opposite of that is the bad ones. Nibandhaya asuri mata. That means all those qualities should drown you down, which puts you into more and more tension, stressor, diseases, bondages, and takes you down the ladder of more and more dukkha. They are called the asuri sampat. So, choice is yours. You have got both the good and the bad, and we have also the freedom given to us to change ourselves. Whether you want to grow towards total freedom, or whether you want to deteriorate and continue in this rigmarole of the dukkha. Choice is yours. Krishna says, having told everything to Arjuna, okay Arjuna, I have given you everything, I have told you everything. Now yethechasita thakur, then do the way that you want. Choice is yours. We are all free birds of a free society. We can deteriorate or we can grow. Obviously, who wants to suffer more and more? So therefore, Krishna's suggestion is, yes, we have to develop our Daivi Sampat and reduce our Asuri Sampat. Consciously we must do that. Intelligently we must do it. Subtly we must do that, not brutally. Yoga is a very conscious, intelligent, subtle and fine process by which you can do this. Transform yourself, transform yourself. How to do that? Very simple. That every day you do so 1 or 2 acts of good service. Something good you must do. That will develop the habit of doing good things. That will develop the habit of developing our Daivi Sampat. That is dana. That is giving. Something you should give every day, consciously. If you can afford to give some money, give it. Some clothes, good. Food, do it. Okay, I don't have any of these things, how can I do? Doesn't matter. Krishna is very magnanimous. Patram, pushpam, phalam, toyam. Any one of these things you can give. One leaf, you are coming here, take a leaf. A flower which has fallen, you take that. Or a cup of water. Anything you can give. Develop the habit of giving. Every day, 2 or 3 acts of good service, giving. And write down in your diary. Every day in the night, write down how many good acts I did today. And the habits change. Habits die hard. But when you use your freedom, you can change your habits. For example, we are all used to get up in the morning only by about 6:37. But here we said no, you had to get up at 4:30. 5 o'clock you had to come. Difficult in the beginning because the power of tamas is so much. Power of asuri sampat is so strong. So it doesn't when the bell is given and you know it is 4:30, you have to get up. Then you say, okay, another 5 minutes, let me sleep. After all 5 o'clock I have to go, no, I'll sleep. But what happens? Already 7 o'clock. This is the power of habit. This is the power of our tamas. So, we have to change that habit. How? By repeatedly doing the things again and again, getting up in the morning 4:30, putting the alarm, before the alarm rings, use the alarm here to see that you get up. This is how you have to change. Similarly, here, what Krishna says is develop the habit of giving something. You can use your creativity. Give anything. For example, you are just walking across, you find a lot of plastic things that have fallen, take it out and put it in the proper plastic place where it has to be put, dustbin. Similarly, you are finding you are coming here and you have some time and there is a lot of Parthenium beads that have come. Just remove that. Hundreds of things creatively you can do. You have one of your classmates who is very poor, he or she is not understanding anatomy, physiology, and you have better understanding. Okay, teacher, spend some time, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes to teach. In any way, you develop the habit of doing some good things. That means the Daivi Sampat is coming up. So this is called the Prema Bhava. In Prema Bhava, then Normal friendship, we become friends on common likes and dislikes. You also like something, I also like something. You like gulab jamun, I also like gulab jamun, we become gulab jamun friends. You like Carnatic music and she also like Carnatic music, so you become Carnatic music friends. So this is the normal friendship on common likes. Sometimes it can also develop on common dislikes. I don't like him and you also don't like him, therefore we become good friends. But in the process of this friendship, I will give you something, I will give you a party. I expect that you also give me a party. If you don't give me a party, then our friendship goes. Whereas in Prema Bhava, the real friendship, friend in need is a friend indeed, the proverb goes, to go on giving and giving and giving without expecting anything in return. That means you go on giving and in the process it's called the Prema Bhava. So therefore, Krishna says, come to the level of Prema Bhava. Imagine in the society, everybody starts essentially working at this Prema Bhava. What a fantastic society we can create, ideal social orders we can develop. Because everybody wants to give and give. Today what has happened? Everybody wants to grab. More for me, more for me, more for me. Instead of giving more and more and more to society. Jivane yavat adanam syat pradhanam tatodhikam. Whatever we receive from the society, we should give more and more. That should be the direction. That is the first phase in Bhakti Yoga. Then it comes to the next level. Not only you give something concrete, you start giving up of your ego. Start giving up your preferences. Surrender is bhakti. From prema to bhakti. Equation is bhakti equals prema plus surrender. Can you give up your ego? Looks very difficult, impossible. Why? Because you think by giving up our ego, we are going to lose our individuality. We are going to lose our capacities. Krishna says wrong. By surrender, there is going to be an expansion. Surrender is a process of expansion of the mind. By surrendering, you will be able to expand your personality. You are going to grow. That is the secret Swami Vivekananda has given us. If you understand this, surrender becomes very easy. Giving up of ego becomes very easy. Otherwise, it's the most difficult thing in the ego. Okay, to whom you have to surrender? Choose your role model. If you like gods or goddesses, choose them. You want a lot of wealth? Lakshmi, the Aradhya Deva. If you want a lot of wisdom, Saraswati. If you want a lot of strength, Hanuman. So, all qualities embodied, Sri Rama. Krishna, the highest of the avatar. Choose any one of them. Embodiment of love, Christ. Choose them. But if you don't like any gods and goddesses, don't believe in God, you are very scientific, you are very objective, and you are a Nastika, if you want to say. Okay, choose your role model of a person. You are a scientist, choose maybe Einstein or others. Choose role model of a person and you surrender. What happens in the process? All those good qualities of your role model is going to come to you. Surrender is a process of resonance. Bhakti is a process of tuning. Just like you tune your radio or a TV to a particular station, all the information from the station is going to come. Similarly here you are going to tune your mind to that higher emotion. Then all those higher qualities start coming under. And the culmination of that, you almost become like a role model. You get the sakshatkara of your Saraswati. You get the sakshatkara of Lakshmi or Rama or Krishna or Kali or Hanuman. And that is the culmination called the Saguna Sakshatkara. Then you start seeing that everywhere. So Vivekananda said universal love. You see the same role model in everybody. You see the same God and goddesses everywhere. You see the divinity in everybody. And that is the Nirguna Sakshatkara. And you start giving and giving and giving in the process. Then comes the higher Bhakti Yoga in which you start understanding the higher laws and start fathoming them. They are called the supernatural power. Great bhaktas had great supernatural powers and use that all these good powers and supernatural powers for rebuilding the society, for helping the society to bring people into this line of the yoga. And when they are about to die, how do they do? Consciously. And with Ichabhrana. So they say that I am going to die, and they just come out of the body and merge with the totality. So this is the whole journey. Therefore, where do we start? Converting Asuri Sampati to Daivi Sampati, giving. 3 acts of service. That's how we start, begin the journey. And things will start happening. So let us contemplate on these thoughts. Sit tight with the eyes closed. Take a deep breath and slowly breathe out. Relax all parts of the body. Beautiful smile on the face. Scan your lives. How much of Daivi Sampat, how much of Asari Sampat we possess. And we make a resolve. Yes. We are going to develop our Daivi Sampat and reduce our Asari Sampat. How? Simple acts of giving, sharing, dana. 3 acts of good service done every day will ennoble us, will put us on the path of Bhakti Yoga. Write the diary every day. How many acts of service we did. That will help us to change the whole society. Namaskara Mudra.
Asato ma satgamaya, tamaso ma jyotirgamaya, mrityo ma mritandamaya. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Sarve bhavantu sukhinah, sarve santu niramaya, sarve bhadrani pasyantu, ma kachid dukkha bhavet. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.